host of the Gridiron.
Oh, wow. Welcome to the Gridiron. If you can give this video a thumbs up or maybe share this video, that would be absolutely freaking awesome. I don't know why that cracks me up, but if you subscribe to my channel, thank you. If not, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That way, next time I go live, or if I put a video out, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge, totally free of charge. But if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you. Description box below, very top link in the description box takes you to my membership page. I got 3 different membership levels. Each one has their own little perks to them. So if you want to help support my channel, it would mean so much to me. And I thank you in advance. Thank you. And then finally, there's a little ways down also in the description box. A link takes you to my Facebook group. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's my Facebook group. Basically, we have over 9,400 members in the group. It's doing simply marvelous, might I add. If I'm alive and breathing, and if I got internet access, I am putting stuff in this group darn near 365. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's my Facebook group. Please join it. You will not be dissatisfied. I promise. All right. Well, boy. Well, unfortunately, looks like we got the number. Once again, as of right now, still got ways to go and all that. But of course, looks like the Giants. It's just it's like a battle between the 3 most. I certainly don't want to say the Jaguars are the most pathetic, but or they're maybe they're just the most cursed out of the 3. As of right now, because Giants if they win a game or 2 or something like that, they're going to fall down, But as of right now, the Giants are 3rd right now. But the Jags finally get Lawrence back, and he's scrambling out. He went down a little late. He should have gone down a little earlier, but that knocked him out. So, guy comes back. He comes back and boom, he's back out again. Don't know if he'll be able to play next week or whatever. He had a concussion and everything. But if we keep our fingers crossed and if Lawrence can come back, maybe lead the Jaguars. Let's see her. Let's see her before we start talking about our own. Well, not our own, but the Vikings. Danny Dimes here for just a second here. But let's see her. Let's try this Jaguars schedule. What do they got left to play here? Oh, man. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Are you serious? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is like one of the greatest bits of information I've seen in a long time. Listen to the Jaguars got to play the final 5 games. Hopefully they can win a game or 2. And if they don't, but the thing is, they don't need a quarterback. But anyway, listen to Jaguars. What are they got to play? Next week, they got to play the Titans. Then they got to play the Jets. Then they got to play the Raiders. So what's beautiful about that, right? Unless it winds up being a freaking tie. One of those 2-win teams is going to have 3 wins. Right? It's got it, right? So they're going, right? So then they got to play the Titans again. Then they got to play the Colts. So, the Jaguars have a really easy schedule. Oh, my God. That's a toilet bowl schedule right there. If Lawrence can come back, hopefully he can get a couple wins out of that. Man, that would be fantastic. But also leading me to my other point real fast would be with the Raiders. I'm up to here with I can't even talk. I can't stand. I'm happy for Andy Reid, great guy, Patrick Mahomes, but I just can't stand the Chiefs now. It's getting to be like the way it was with the Patriots with Tom Brady. But it's just like not that they're saying the Raiders would have kicked the field, would have been successful or whatever. But come on, you fumble a snap. Are you kidding me? I just can't. And that's the way the Chiefs want to win football games. The other team has to fumble. Come on, man. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of that was that was that was a little shocking what he wound up saying there. You know what I mean? So I probably would have gone about saying that a different way, but I don't know. Good old Tom Brady, yeah. But so the Jaguars got easy schedule. I said the Raiders, and then us, but unfortunately we lost, but the other two teams lost too. So now we're, thanks to the strength of schedule, right? Now the Giants had the hardest strength of schedule between those three teams. Once again, a long way to go, but now the Giants are now third. So it is what it is. But I mean, the Jaguars have an easy schedule. The only thing is that, the Jaguars get an easy schedule, but they don't need a quarterback. So the Raiders do, and so do the Giants. But for a loss, yep, we're better. Yep, that's it. That's it. Yeah. We got with the Saints coming up, right? We got the Colts, we got the Ravens, we got the Falcons, and we got the Eagles. So I'll tell you what. Let's see. I don't even know. Well, between the Raiders and the Jaguars, right? One of them's, unless the ones up in a tie, anything's possible. But so the Jags have an easy schedule. Let's hope Lawrence comes back and he's healthy and he can lead them to a victory or two. That would be fantastic. Patriots. What do they got? 3 wins or 4 wins now? Three or 4. Right? Let's see here. Let's see. Let's try the Patriots schedule. Let's see what they got going on there. They got the Cardinals and then they got the Bills. Oh, I got 2 games against the Bills. Jesus Christmas. Let's see. They got the Chargers, and they got a hard schedule. They got a real hard schedule. Yeah, I mean that game there, the damn Patriot game. They almost beat the Chiefs. Oh yeah, I mean they were beating the Colts. I think it was 4th down or something like that. The Colts scored. It was like and they scored, and then they went for 2, and then they got that. I mean, I was following on my phone. See, on ESPN they got a little chart there, and of course the Colts is yards, and then a completed pass, and then yards, and a completed pass, and then a completed pass, and then he marches your way down the field and say, I'm just like, I was kind of hoping the Patriots would win because I think they have 1 or so less losses than the Colts do, but Colts pulled it out. Well, let me see what do the Raiders got here. I mean, the Raiders should have beat could have beat the damn Chiefs. All right, let's try this out here. Raiders schedule. All right, they got to play the Bucks, then the Falcons, then the Jaguars, then the Saints, then the Chargers. So, hey, anything, right? I mean, let's see, the Bucks on the road, then they got the Falcons at home, then they got to play the Raiders. One of those 2 teams has got to win the game. Let's hope. Then they got to play the Saints and then the Chargers. So, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, they can certainly win a game or so there, win 1 game. But so, unfortunately, now I mean, just as of right as the second, right? The Giants are 3rd. So, well, it seems like they got themselves a quarterback, right? If they can do well in the draft. The biggest thing is, did they find themselves a quarterback? And it seems like quite possibly they did. Now, if they can start surrounding the guy with some more talent, they could be off and running. That's quite possible. That's the biggest thing. Because you can keep. I mean, they drafted Mac Daddy Jones. I don't remember what year it was, but whatever it was, a few years ago, they thought maybe he might be it, but nope. So since he's not the quarterback, then you got to go find yourself another quarterback, and so it looks like they did good for themselves. Congratulations, right? 3 seasons of building, good coaching. We need to find a good rhythm, and after the next draft, Well, hopefully, I mean, I said that the draft that they just had, it was, I mean, obviously, with Malik and you got Tyler Newman and Phillips and Theo Johnson and Tracy Mursal. Oh, well, we'll have to wait and see. But I mean, those five seem like that's a pretty good draft right there. I'll tell you what, if we can get another five like that next season, that would be huge, really, really huge. I mean, because we got five real. I mean, you're looking at it, right? Because we got Theo as a starter, Malik's a starter. Tracy, he's got to hold on to the ball though, but he'll be a starter, right? Newman's a starter, and Phillips a starter. So we got out of this one drafted, we got five starters. Now it's kind of tough to find five starters in every draft, but I mean, if we can find a few more starters next year, and that would be huge, and we have some money to spend too. But we need to improve on their skills. Well, that's the thing. You always gotta, you gotta draft, you gotta develop, and then you gotta keep them, right? I mean, some of these guys, we get, and then they just after their contracts up, we just bye. Just let them go. We keep getting one hit wonders. Sounds like songs from like the 70s, the one-hit wonders. Yeah. But I mean, you got to, I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is. Shane has his, I guess, his, what would it be? His blueprint or whatever. We're not paying a safety $17 million, whatever it is. We'll pay an edge rusher, we'll pay a tackle. Maybe obviously maybe wide receiver, whatever his blueprint is. So apparently, paying X amount of dollars to Xavier McKinney. I guess that's what it is. And same thing as you see with Saquon, he didn't want to pay Saquon. X amount of dollars. So I mean, he has his blueprint, and he's sticking to it. So it is what it is. All right, then I saw this. So obviously they wanted Daniel Jones after they demoted him. They wanted him to stay home with pay, and of course he didn't want to do that. But they wanted him to stay home because of his injury guarantee. Basically, they pretty much they like really his lifting, regimen really got. I mean, so they pretty much anything they could pretty much like bubble wrap him. They really didn't want him on the premises. It seems like. Then talking about what you were talking about there, they do bring up. So Tom Brady criticized former Giants quarterback Daniel Jones for asking to be released after he was benched for business reasons. Brady prefaced his comments by saying this: "I don't know how that whole situation went down." So when we do the legwork for him, here's what we learned per a source with knowledge of the events. For starters, the Giants initially wanted Jones to stay home with pay. And, that's not – oops, sorry, buddy. My buddy there, Randy. That's not uncommon because that's what the Raiders did 2 years ago when they benched Derek Carr to avoid a $40 million guarantee in 2023. Carr agreed. He agreed. Daniel Jones wanted to move on. It is what it is. The player has to be willing to do it. He can't be locked out. The rule states back to Steve McNair's grievance against the Titans in 2006 after they drafted Vince Young. The Titans didn't want McNair to get injured while on the premises, triggering his otherwise non-guaranteed salary. McNair and the NFL Players Association fought it. They won, and they set a precedent that teams cannot keep a player from showing up for work for non-disciplinary reasons. There's nothing wrong with the Giants wanting Jones to stay home. It's the natural extension of the decision to take him out of the lineup. But the request for Jones to stay home laid the foundation for Jones eventually asking to be released. His first choice, this is from NBC. So NBC found out his first choice, we're told, was to remain active and to help the other quarterbacks prepare to win games. I can dig that, right? trying to maybe be a team player, I guess, right? When he decided not to stay home, the Giants altered his workout program in order to minimize, if not eliminate, the possibility of injuries. He wasn't going to be throwing any footballs at practice, and his lifting program was significantly restricted, all in the name of keeping him healthy. Business considerations prevented Jones from doing anything to help the team. No real practice other than scout team walkthroughs. It was this. Basically, what I kind of hearing, he was kind of like he was the safety for the scout team, but he was just kind of, from what I understand, like Bob Papa was talking about this. He was just like standing there. He wasn't like, calling out signals and coming up and making tackles and, jumping up and knocking balls down and stuff. He was just kind of like standing there. Of course, the media and everybody makes a huge deal out of, oh my God, he was a safety. Oh my God, like he was down in the box trying to take on a pulling guard and stuff. I mean, he apparently Bob Papa said he's just standing back there, So, he didn't want him to do any throwing, limited lifting. He wasn't getting ready to play because he wouldn't have played. He wasn't permitted to participate in practice because they didn't want to trigger his $23 million injury guarantee. Again, there's nothing wrong with the Giants wanting to avoid the injury guarantee, but that helps explain Jones' eventual decision to ask to be released. Brady, we're told, didn't reach out to Jones or his representation to obtain an explanation as to why Jones asked to be released. It's easy for Brady to say he would have handled the situation differently because he was never put in that situation during his 20-year-plus career. What would have done it if the Patriots or the Buccaneers had benched him for business reasons, asked him to go home with the pay, and then kept him from practicing when he said he wanted to stay? Also, Brady left the New England teammates in free agency after the 2019 season. After the 2021 season, he retired. Roughly a month later, he came back in the interim, and an effort was undertaken to lure him to the Dolphins. It has never been suggested that Brady wasn't on the board with the plan to pair him with Sean Payton in Miami. After Brady had essentially quit on the Buccaneers, then during the 2022 training camp, Brady left the team for more than a week. Let's see here. All right, then I got Giants reportedly asking to stay home. There's another article. There's a bunch of articles from Empire Sports. And he said they kind of like the same thing. He said his first choice was to remain active and help the other quarterbacks prepare to win games. But, I mean, the Giants, pretty much, did not want to do anything at all to trigger that injury guarantee. After Jones was officially benched, the Giants dropped him to quarterback 4 on the depth chart. He was subsequently seen playing scout safety during practice once again. Bob Papa said he was just kind of like standing there. Right? I mean, he probably had a better chance of getting injured walking to his car after practice than just standing in the middle of the field pretending to be a safety. Right? Teams have been in similar situations with the quarterbacks in the past. The Denver Broncos benched Russell Wilson before the end of the 2023 season and then was released in the offseason. Then, of course, the Raiders with Derek Carr. But Jones with this as a fresh start now with the Vikings, and after they won, I think they're 10-2 right now. So his, as of right now, for what I'm seeing here on Over the Cap, is his salary his cap numbers from the practice squad is $100,800, $100,800 on the practice squad. It's cap number. So now what they can do, like with him, right, is they can bring him up 3 times. They can elevate him 3 times. Wants to be throwing the ball. Oh yeah. Nah. They shouldn't have gotten him hurt. That's all he does is throw the ball. I mean, that would be really freaky if somehow he's throwing the football and he winds up getting injured. I mean, that would be really freaky. But they just wanted to try to do everything because the first, it would be like if something would have happened to him, The first thing everybody be doing, of course. See, now what they're doing, they're making fun of. It seems like maybe they're trying to make some fun of the Giants asking Daniel Jones just to stay home, But if they let him participate or whatever, and something God forbid happened to him, everybody out there would be like, "What are the Giants, stupid? Don't they know he could possibly get hurt doing something like that?" So they just tried to do everything they tried to do. Unfortunately, you don't know what it did in the locker room, right? I mean, it's a business decision. Things happen, Jones wanted to help. Yeah. No, yeah. It's a shame, as I say, because you don't know, it did in the locker room because, he wasn't maybe a vocal leader or something like that, but he's always like the first one in, like the last one out and all that stuff. And all of a sudden it's like, you're just being asked you just stay home. You know what I mean? That's a shame. I mean, because you wanted to possibly help the team out, right? I mean, who's got more knowledge on the Dable system and all of that than he does? I mean, he's been with this is his sixth season with the team, right? He just wanted to help him out, but unfortunately, that's unfortunately the business part of it, and it doesn't always work out the best. I mean, it's a great game. It's the best team sport in the world, right? But unfortunately, the business side of it, makes things stink. But he's got himself a fresh start, and good for him. I mean, I don't want to say they're guaranteed to go to the playoffs, but they're 10-2. Even if they lose the Vikings, even if they lose their final 5 games, they'd be 10-7. They still got a real good chance of making the playoffs at 10-7. But so good for him. Be interesting to see though where he winds up next year. Where he winds up at, does he stay with Minnesota, right? And is he happy with that situation? And what does he want to get paid? And that.